It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll see this team's electric quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's going to be a good one. All that and more coming up next.
Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Bronk, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather as we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. They're final.
Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're off on EA Sports. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down and 10.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. They're out now, ready to punt it. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. Play action on 1st down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Back now, pressure on its way. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On the handoff, Allen. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Pass play now. Has him on the quick hitter. Now he's past the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Shotgun handoff for Allen. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Allen takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal. They'll throw it. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one sailing. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes their offense out again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Here's 2nd and 14. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It takes every piece of the symphony working in concert right there. When you run a draw on 3rd and long, everybody's got to do their job. The problem, they didn't, and this defense responded.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Allen trying this straight ahead. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the 2nd quarter started. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Dumped off to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
They're going play action. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So out now comes the punter. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Their offense running back out now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Hits his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And it can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. They'll come up 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this 1st half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. 1st and 10 from the 41. A tight end in motion now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Now this offense getting set to work here. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And they're going to have a 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds him on the slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. All set up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Throw reeled in by Allen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Connecting on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. The 50. The 30. Gets the 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys take a 4-point lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season as we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the...
Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Trying it right side with Allen. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Looking to the air here. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. The running back gets it on the draw. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Throwing off the play fake here. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Taking a shot for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Looking to tack on the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys drive their lead to 11. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they'll have first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. The give now out of the shotgun. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Dropping back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. The offense headed back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll throw on 1st. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. This offense getting all set for this series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Looking for a throw here. Complete out to the right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here's a throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
This offense ready to get going again now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll come out throwing. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, I think they like to say in baseball, clear the mechanism, and that's what you got to do. You've got to let that play go and simply move on to the next. Hey, listen, rare is the game where pass protection ever is going to win 100% of the time, so move on to the next one.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. This is Allen on the give. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and long for him here. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll throw it. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a change.
Well, Jim Harbaugh, no stranger to barking at officials, and he's going to make them take another look at this one. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and They're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. Complete. It's Weaver. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They send a tight end in motion. From the 48. He's got the hook up to Weaver. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go down here at the 16. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll give them a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has them the touchdown. These guys making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And these guys push their lead to 18. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Another drive coming up for this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
Results in a 1st down.
Pass play coming here. Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 13. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Throwing off the play fake here. This one's caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
They'll throw it again. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun on 3rd down. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He'll look to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he's able to take this up to the 15 before being taken down. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
5 brings up 3rd and 4.
One of the tight ends motioning right. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 3rd down.
After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's a 6-yard gain. They're going to have 4th and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Jukes out a 1-stop. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. What a game for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.